Hey guys, welcome back to our channel. So today in this video, we're just gonna cover the topic of what is stock. If you already knew about what is stock and what is share, you can skip the video. But if you don't have any kind of idea about the company's share, company's stocks, so make sure that you watch the video till the end, and I will stay with you from the scratch, and I will tell you about everything, whatever you should know about the shares and stocks, right? So let's get started. So first of all, if you read that a stock, also known as a shares or equity, a stock represents the shares and equity at the same. Stocks and shares are the same thing, represents a small ownership in a company. Let's take an example of Reliance Industries. If you have a Reliance Industries stock, let's say you have 10 stocks of Reliance Industries, and the stock price of Reliance Industries is something like, let's take an example of 2000 rupee. Then, if you have 10 stocks, then how much money you have invested into Reliance Industries? The 2000 into 10 stock, that's mean 20,000 you have invested into Reliance Industries. So the share price represents that the share price is one of the most important thing, and the share price can fluctuate. It can go up and it can go down. If it goes down, that represents the company is not performing well in the market, in the physical market. uh, and if the price is shooting out and booming up, then you can consider that in the physical market the company's demand is more than the supply itself. That is why the price is moving upward, right? So if you have uh, any of a stock of any of the company whichever listed in India, you can buy US stocks, you can buy each and every country's stock if you want to. That's a separate topic. So let's back again. When you buy company's stock, you become a shareholder of that own tiny portions of the business. Let's say Reliance Industries. Reliance Industries without Geo is a largely oil manufacturing company. They refine oil refining company, right? So I'm just taking an example of Reliance Industries. Okay, so that is just an example. You can put any of the stocks on the Reliance Industries, whichever you want. So if you have the Reliance Industries stocks, so if the Reliance Industries performs well, then the money you have invested into this, into that company or into that share, so that performs well and you have make profit. If it's not, then vice versa, you will making losses. So that is what it says. If you are invested into a company, then you are a shareholder of the company, right? You are a partial owner of the company. As the company grows and performs well, the value of your stocks may increase, allowing to your earn a profit by selling it at higher price. Some companies also share portions of their profit with shareholders through dividends. Okay, so that means we all are retailers, right? So there are basically four criteria of investors. The first is retailer, then we have HNIs, big HNIs, small HNIs, and we have the proprietary funds, and then we finally have the FI and DIN, all of that, all of those who have a much more bigger capital than us, like say 50,000 CR, like say 70,000 CR. That is that kind of money they have invested into the particular share market or into the particular stocks also, right? So and retailer, so retailer roughly have at around 5 lakh to 10 lakh. Even if you have one share, then you are under comes in a small HNIs, high net worth individual. So if you have, let's say, 1000 crore, if you have 2000 crore in your own personal personally, then you are considered as a big HNI. So that is how it you know separate it. And company can also share, announce its dividend if you are invested into Reliance Industries like for 10 years. And let's say if you buy the stock price when it was at 1000 rupee, and the current price of Reliance is 2000 rupee, let's take an example. Then if you invested into Reliance Industries for 10 year, then company can announce its dividend, to just that dividend is something which you can say as a extra income, extra bonus, whatever you will make the profit or losses via the share. Then dividend is something a bonus, a cherry on the top, right? Some companies also shares portions of profit and dividend. Yes, as I'm saying you, that it doesn't require that every company announces its dividends, but most of the big companies are announces its dividend, because dividend is announced because the company thinks that if you are a long-term investor into the company, then you deserve some, perks or some bonuses. So that is why the companies announces dividends. Stocks are bought and sold on the stock exchange, such as NSE, BSE, making them one of the most popular investment options. Okay, so in India, the NSE BSE is regulated by SEBI, Security Exchange Board of India, and there are basically two major exchanges. The first is NSE, and then BSE. BSE is much older than NSE, but NSE, you can say, the much traded. NSE is new, practically new from the BSE, but in BSE there are much more stocks listed, but in NSE there are specific, very much lower stock listed, but the volume of NSE is much more bigger than BSE, right? So if you have a company and then it is a listed company, then everyone can invest or trade into your company. And that is how the markets is actually going on, and that is how the stock is represented. So stock is something that, if a company can only have one stock, a company does not have multiple stocks, if they don't have multiple listed brands into the NSE or BSE. Let's say Reliance Industries is a parent company. Reliance Industries stock is something, let's say, 2000 rupee. So if Reliance Industry is doing, let's say, Geo, let's say lots of other stuffs also, so if they announces their that particular stocks, then it could actually, then will you can invest. Okay, so Reliance Industries means only the Reliance company, only the Reliance manufacturing company. The ideal example will be Tata. So Tata have Tata Motors, Tata have TCS, Tata have Tata Power, and a lots of stuffs also. So if you are investing into TCS company, then you are just donating, or you are just investing your money into TCS. But that does not mean that your money will go to Tata Power, your money will go to Tata Motors. That will not happen, right? So if you invested into a particular company, so that is what it actually means. So I hope you get it, and if you have any query, you can ask me in the comment sections. I will definitely see you in the next video. And thank you for watching.